ain't nothing in the kitchen that's fit to eat.
All right, surfaces are cleaned. Dish area is set up. It's time to start making bread.
Yay!
Remember, if you hear the sound effect, write a note at the bottom of the page. Top of the page, left to right, in the left margin, right, CPU stands for cost per unit. In the center, write bread. And on the right side, write CPI. Then draw a line down over the right side margin, the one you can see through the page. Go about a quarter of the way down. Next line, makes one loaf. Okay, skip a line. Okay, mise en place. That's the prep you do before you start the steps at the bottom of the page. 500 grams all-purpose flour. 360 grams of cold tap water. 5 grams of yeast, or a half teaspoon. 15 grams of molasses or honey, 1 tablespoon. And salt, 10 grams. Leave 2 blank lines. Step 1, combine half of the water and the flour and all of the yeast into a large bowl. Mix together until smooth, no more than just 1 minute. Okay. The yeast is very important. People talk about it all the time, but something else is going on here. We are also developing a bacteria called lactobacillus, which lacto comes from lactose. It's the same sugar that is in milk, and we want that to grow. It grows slower than the yeast, so we're trying to slow the yeast down here. We add the molasses in, continue to mix. So the yeast that we use these days are really turbocharged. They can be ready in 2 hours, but they have almost no flavor. It's like white sugar, just has one note to it. Now, once you've got it all mixed together, step 2, cover directly with plastic, and then cover the bowl and set aside for 6 to 8 hours. A lot of the flavor comes from the bacteria, as I said. A starter or a Biga should start to take on the smell of buttermilk almost. The bacteria and the yeast growing together are what is called a SCOBY, S-C-O-B-Y, a symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast. Again, to get the flavor, you have to slow down the yeast. One last note, we set the salt aside because salt can inhibit the growth of yeast.
About you, about you, about you.